over the instructions for the summary and response project. So make sure that you have taken a look at the instructions before you go through this video. You can find a link to the instructions where you can download them, save a copy, or print a copy in our class website. So this is our first project of the semester, and this semester we're going to be focusing on understanding academic writing and research as part of a larger conversation. So the first step in listening is listening to the conversation. In this class, listening will take the form of critical reading and analysis. Once you've listened, you can begin to respond. So our first assignment, you'll be writing a summary and response essay for one of the articles about academic writing that we've read for class. You're going to write an extended summary for an audience of teachers and educators already interested in the topic of academic writing. And then with that summary, you're going to include your own personal response. So you can select one of the following articles, and these are articles that we have read for class and that you should have, or you should be doing the reading analysis workshops on. You can use You Can Learn to Write in General, First Year Composition Prepares Students for Academic Writing, or America is Facing a Literacy Crisis. Those are the three that you can choose from. So here are the directions. You have been invited to contribute a review essay for an academic journal focused on teaching and pedagogy. The journal is read by both high school instructors and college teachers. They would like you to select one of the above articles and review it for their readership. Your essay has to provide a complete summary of the article's argument, including identifying the claims, reasons, and describing the evidence that the author uses. The summary should be completely in your own words. You cannot include any quotations from the article. As you summarize the article, you should describe what the writer is saying and evaluate the strength of the argument. Because the publisher is also interested in the student perspective, you should offer your own response and reaction to the article's claims. How does the information in the article affect you as a student, and how does it relate to your past educational experiences? Don't forget that in this class, you are expected to show your work by completing the required process work assigned throughout the unit. If you don't, I reserve the right to not accept projects until you do. So I've listed here a bunch of process steps that should take you through how to write this essay. So before you write, you're going to select one of the articles from our assigned class readings. You want to actively read and annotate the articles through our Perusal app to identify claims, reasons, and evidence. You're also going to need to analyze the rhetorical situation of the article. Before you can really evaluate it, you have to think about who was this article's intended audience, what was the context, where was it published and why, what was the purpose that the author had, what larger conversation is the article addressing, and how familiar would its intended audience be with that conversation. How does the article meet its audience's needs? Then you need to analyze your own response to the article. You need to kind of reflect and think about, where do you agree or disagree with the author's points? And what are you still having trouble understanding? You don't want to skip over those parts. You want to kind of drill down deeper into them. As you plan and write, you're going to use a lot of the work we do in class, including some of the worksheets that help you identify the claims, reasons, and evidence, and help you analyze the rhetorical situation. Remember, summaries are descriptive. You are describing what the article does and how it does it. So it should be organized in chronological order. You should follow the same order as the original article. You need to make sure you include all major claims, reasons, and a complete description of the type of evidence presented. But remember, no quotations. Your body paragraph should be organized around single ideas and strong topic sentences. Be sure that you're using transitions within those body paragraphs for cohesion. And I really want you to focus on using signal phrases throughout your summary to distinguish the author's thoughts from your own. This is really important because remember, because a summary is in your own words, you have to make it even more clear where the author's idea is and where your response is. And signal phrases help you do that. Don't forget to go through the steps to revise before you submit. Make sure you check over your introduction, your paragraphs, your transitions, check for signal phrases. You can always have more signal phrases. Check and make sure you're not using quotations. Check your formatting. Check how you're notating the titles. Remember, articles should be in quotes and publication titles should be in italics. And then check over your conclusion. And there's some videos and other resources available in our class website to help you with that. Don't forget to use the minimum requirements box here to help you check over your essay before you submit it. Remember that if you have all minimum requirements, you're guaranteed a B or higher on this essay, but if you're missing any of these minimum requirements, your grade will be lower. So this is a brief overview of the instruction sheet. If you have any questions about these instructions, you should contact me directly, either by email or making an appointment for a student meeting.